Good morning, students. Today I'm here with chapter number 2 of history, and the name of the chapter is Rise and Spread of Islam. For more understanding, open your books at page number 14. First is pre Islamic times. Students, as you can see in the picture, that I have highlighted the area that is Arabian pastoral nomadic tribes. So, what does that mean? Means we'll discuss the conditions in Saudi Arabia. During the pre-Islamic times, Arabian Peninsula was inhabited by a number of uneducated people of nomadic tribes. And these nomadic tribes means, what is the meaning of nomadic? Nomadic means the people who moved from one place to another in search of food or shelter. So these nomadic tribes were superstitious, means believed in many gods and in idol worship. The advent of Islam united all the nomadic tribes under it. Islam left its impact on inside and outside the Islamic world. So Islam is the religion of Muslims and it arose in the middle period in Saudi Arabia. Now about Prophet Muhammad. So first of all we'll discuss the birth of Prophet Muhammad. Prophet was the founder of the Islam and he was born in Mecca in around 570 CE. Prophet at the very young age lost his parents and was brought up by his uncle. Till his midlife, Muhammad lived the life of a trader, or you can say a very prosperous trader. And in CE 610, he had his spiritual experience and he became a prophet. And he called himself as Allah. And what is the meaning of Allah? Means messenger of the supreme being. At that time when he became the prophet, the Arabia was ruled by a number of tribes, as I told you earlier in the first paragraph, and they did not like Muhammad's teachings, and they believed to worship many gods and goddesses and used to perform many sacrifices. Because Muhammad was not liked by them, so Prophet was forced to leave Mecca and he moved to Medina in CE 622 with his followers. And this year of immigration is known as Hijrat. Hijrat or Hijri became the first year of Muslim calendar, and you should underline this line in your book. And yet students, one more thing, you should underline all the dates from the chapter and write it in your notebooks. Muhammad became very popular in Medina, and till his death, means till CE 632, he was leader of almost the whole of Arabia. And after his death, Abu Bakr, he became the new leader. Prophet Muhammad's successors were known as caliphs or khalifa. This will come in your exercise also. So underline this line also. Uh, Teachings of Muhammad's teachings were simple and they brought the Arabs under a common political rule and united them. Before teachings, let's just understand the five pillars of Islam. For this, check your page number 15 on the book. Islam. First, a Muslim has five religious obligations, means duties, and these five duties are called five pillars, and they are: first is Shahada or confession of faith, means a Muslim's most essential obligation or duty is to repeat there is no God but Allah, means Muhammad is his prophet. Second is Salat, means prayer. According to Islam, a Muslim must offer prayer, means namaz, 5 times every day and on Friday afternoon in a mosque. Third is Zakat, means giving alms. He must give alms, means money or help to the poor people as an offering to Allah. Next is Sam or Siam. Muslim must keep fast from dawn to dusk, meaning from rising the sun to setting of the sun during the Ramzan. Ramzan means the 9th month of their lunar year. Last is Hajj, pilgrimage to Mecca. So this means a Muslim must go to Hajj in his lifetime, or you can say for those Muslims who are financially and physically able, they should go to the Hajj in their lifetime. Now, about teachings, Muhammad's teachings were very simple and they brought the Arabs under a common rule and united them. The Muslims worship one God called Allah and they believe that Allah controls all the man's action. Their holy book is known as Quran. Apart from five principles, Islam asks their followers to obey some rules like these are the five principles given on your book on page number 16. Uh, Muslims should not worship an idol. Means Muslims do not like to worship statues as Hindus worship idols in temples. Second is they must they must not lend money on interest. Means their religion does not allow anyone to earn interest. Third is he should lead a life of virtue and benevolence. Means they should lead a life of full of moral values. Fourth one is all Muslims must regard themselves as brothers and equals. Means they should follow brotherhood amongst each other. Now, spread of Islamic civilization. Muhammad's successors were known as caliphs or khalifas, and they were both spiritual and political leaders of Muslims. The caliphs who succeeded Muhammad were Abu Bakr, underline these names, beta. Abu Bakr, Omar, Usman, and Ali. Within a short period of just 1 century, the caliphs and their generals conquered these countries. What are the names of the countries? Like Iran, Syria, Egypt, Central Asia, North Africa and Spain. The rule of first four caliphs ended by the CE 660 and the power passed into the hands of the Umayyad dynasty of caliphs. So what was the Umayyad dynasty? The Umayyads. The Umayyad dynasty ruled from 661 CE to 750 CE with their capital at Damascus, and they ruled over Spain and France in Europe. The annexed areas were put under the charge of governors. Means these all the dynasties had governors who ruled these dynasties. Next is the Abbasids. The Umayyads' rule was replaced by the rule of Abbasids in 750 CE. You should underline the dates. Baghdad became the capital of the new dynasty and the Arabs' culture was vibrant and progress was made in areas. What were the areas like art, literature, science and trade. And the most famous Abbasid ruler was Harun al-Rashid. The Arabian Nights that depict of splendor and grandeur of his court. The reign of the Abbasid lasted for more than 5 centuries. Now, achievements of the Arabs. Achievements of the Arabs. The Arabs were good learners and assimilated the best elements of cultures. They came in contact with Indian, Chinese, Greek, and Persian cultures. They developed and enriched their knowledge of algebra, geometry, astronomy. Scientists and scholars included Ibn Sina, Muhammad al-Razi, Omar Khayyam. The most famous work of Omar Khayyam is the Rubaiyat. The art of calligraphy flourished during this period. New architectural features such as dome and minarets were introduced. The medieval Arab civilization was an advanced and vibrant civilization contributing immensely to the contemporary world. So students, these are the things which we have discussed in this chapter. Teachings of Muhammad, early life of Muhammad, rise and spread of Islam, spread of Islamic civilization. So we are done with this chapter. So I'll be sending you exercises in next video or I will send you photos of that chapter. You have to write all the questions in your notebook and with dates. And thank you so much and hope you are doing good at home. Stay home and stay safe.